Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. We're having a series of discussions based on virtue. If you're watching this, you probably would like to live a virtuous life, to do those things that are considered virtuous, because we see all these things, virtue signaling and all this stuff. I have no idea what half of it means, so I just decided to look up the word virtue and came up with a few things about what virtue generally represents or it, what it means by definition. Go back and look at that video called Virtue. Um, and then we looked up, what it includes, some of the pillars of virtue. Number one was honesty, and number two was integrity. Number three, kindness. Number four, courage. And number five, justice. We've covered honesty and integrity. Uh, right now, we're fixing to talk about kindness, and I've done some research on that, and I'd like to define for you what the best I can come up with using the best internet research tools I know how to define what it is to how kindness is a positive cultural attribute, something that we as unhyphenated Americans can go about our daily lives and use. Anyway, let's talk about that. Kindness as a positive cultural trait refers to the quality of being considerate, compassionate, and benevolent in one's interactions with others. In a culture that values kindness, individuals are encouraged to show empathy, understanding, and generosity towards fellow members of that community. This virtue involves actively seeking to contribute to the well being of others without expecting anything in return. Sounds like something somebody said about 2,000 years ago. Cultures that emphasize kindness often prioritize harmonious relationships, cooperation, and a sense of community. Acts of kindness can range from a simple gesture of politeness to more significant efforts to help those in need. This cultural trait promotes a positive and supportive social environment where individuals feel valued and cared for. Kindness is seen as a fundamental aspect of ethical behavior, contributing to a compassionate and inclusive community. It fosters a sense of connection among people and encourages a willingness to assist and uplift others, ultimately creating a culture that values empathy and promotes the overall well-being of its members. So, being kind does not mean being weak. A guy told me that a long time ago. He says, "Don't misinterpret my kindness for weakness." And I think that's a true statement, and it stuck with me all these years. Uh, Kindness is being kind, reaching out, doing those things. Now, be wary of those who prey upon people's kindnesses. We don't have to we don't have to give every person on the street who asks for money. That's not what is implied here. Uh, there's ways to do it. I tithe regularly to a church, so I let them decide where the money needs to go. Sometimes I agree with it, and sometimes I don't. But I can't be involved in all those decisions throughout the day. Uh, Kindness, holding a door open for someone who's coming into a building that you're leaving. If they take offense of it, kick the dirt off your feet, your sandals, and move along. Don't worry about it. Let them bear that burden of being that way. Your way is to be kind, to make a kind effort, and if it's unappreciated by the general public, so be it. But there are others out there who will say thank you. And that's where it begins, with two or more people having that kind of interaction, and it can grow. It has to overcome some of the stuff we're going out and looking at today in society. finally, as we talk about kindness, look in your daily lives. You look at your church, your business associations, your once again politicians. Are they kind? I know it's the height of the political season, and they're slinging mud, trying to make this and make that out of something or another, or whatever. But underneath it all, do you have confidence that they're kind? Do they care about others? That's the real thing. Because if they're not kind, they're insincere about it, then what are they there for? That's the question we have to ask. Why are they there if they're not there for the betterment of the whole? Anyway, don't mean to sound too communist. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and have a grateful day, and we'll see you in the next one.